This is your handover video for your A-Class motorhome. So we're going to start with the driver's side of this vehicle. I'm going to take you around and show you all the compartments. So on your keyring, you will find the main vehicle key, and you'll also find a little red one. That is your key that will access all the cabinets here, cabinet doors on the outside, as well as your habitational door. So the first one we come to then is your gas locker, okay? So it's empty at the moment, but on your rental, we will have 2 tanks of gas in here for you, okay? You just use away at them. You don't need to worry about topping those up. So the important thing when you get your campsite is make sure you turn your gas on before you try and use any of your appliances and stuff inside to heat your water or your heating. And then switch the gas off before traveling. Second one here, habitational door. We'll go in there in a wee second. Okay, so the next compartment we come to then is the toilet cassette. So we do ask, just for health and safety reasons, that you clean this out for us on return. So to empty this one then, there's a little green lever in here, lift it up, and then just gently pull the tank out. Okay, so there's a wee button at the back here to release the pressure inside the tank, and then it's a case of just twist, unscrew, and then tip the waste down the black water disposal at your campsite. Back together and back in. Wash the tank out then. We need to slide this yellow one forward. And this little hook here at the side, just pull it out, and that will release to open the tank. So wash it out just with water, a little bit of toilet chemical and a little bit of water left in the bottom then once that's done, and then just close it up again, slide that back forward, back inside, and then just make sure it's locked in place. Okay, so next compartment here, freshwater fill. So we'll give you a full tank of fresh water. Just keep a wee eye on your gauge inside. Once you see it coming down, then this is where you will top it up, and you will find a hose in the back of the van. Last compartment then on this side is your garage. So this is your storage space. So again, really, really good storage in this van. In here you will find a button for the bed. The bed is a drop down bed, so it will rise up and drop down depending on how much space you need in here. If you don't need to do anything with the bed, just leave it alone. In here you'll find a light, gas point, and then there's a little 3-pin plug socket there as well. Tons of space in this van. So just round the back then of the A-Class, rear view camera on this van. Passenger side then, again, slightly smaller door with access into the garage as well. Further on down, this one here you can just ignore. There's nothing in there that you would be needing. And the last couple of compartments here, electric hookup point. So you will find your electric hookup cable in your van, plug it in here and then plug it into your campsite. And then you can run the van off the electric. And the last one here is your diesel and your AdBlue. Okay, so it'll be full of diesel. You just bring it back full of diesel as well. And then you don't need to worry about the AdBlue. We'll top that up. And it's just the normal ignition key for the vehicle. Okay, so just the front cab then of the A-Class. Nothing overly complicated with driving the vehicle. Little button to the side here which will work your wing mirrors. Electronic handbrake in this vehicle, so foot in the brake, button in, turns it off, pull the button, and then it'll switch the handbrake off. Automatic gear stick as well, so won't come out of gear unless your foot is on the brake, and your key won't come out of the ignition unless the vehicle is back in park. Okay, wipers indicators, fairly standard. At night time when you're going to bed, don't use the key to lock the van, use the button here on the dashboard. If you use the key, you'll trigger the internal sensors and the alarm will start screaming if you get up and wander about. Head unit there, you can connect your phone and everything will be touch screen on that, and your heating and aircon controls as well. So on this vehicle, there is no driver's door, okay? So you cannot access the front of the vehicle from the driver's side. You must come in from the passenger side, okay? Front blinds then, massive windows in this van, as you can see, loads of natural light. So just to the side of your passenger and your driver's side, little button there, just unclip, and then your blinds will come across there on the rail. So they are like paper, just be very gently with them, and then they will work their way down into the corner there. During the day, just back and out of the road. So front blind then, slightly different. So this one here, you need to push up, pull out, and then it will drop for nighttime. Okay, and then so during the day, just up and make sure it locks back in place there. Okay, so sun visors in this van, as you can see, massive windscreen, loads of sunlight coming in, visors are up here. They just pull down and then they just gently roll back up in as well. So driver's and passenger seat, they will both swivel round. So each corner you'll find a lever, okay? So just grab the lever, pull, and that one will turn your chairs the whole way round. On the other side is exactly the same lever. Pull it and your seat will flip forward, okay? So to use your upper bed, you'll need to drop both front seats down just to allow your bed to come down, which is right above our head here. So nice lounge area in this vehicle, little bench seats here, and then you have your tables. The table will flip to make it usable for everybody. It does twist and slide on the pivot here just to make use of the space depending on where everybody's sitting. Lovely little kitchen in this van. So you have your sink there and your 3-burner gas cooker, and then your little gas oven and grill. So there's nothing overly complicated when it comes to using the cooker or the oven. Just a case of push down, turn, and then pilot light to get everything going there, okay? So obviously just make sure you have your gas switched on. If you are cooking, please don't close the glass down until everything is cooled down, or else the glass will shatter. Around this side then, really, really good fridge freezer in this van. Loads of space. 2 separate entities there. The rental vehicle will have a TV in it as well, just up here, okay? Window blinds, blackout blinds are that will pull up, and fly screens that will drop down there, and you can have the 2 together or individually. Okay, so we've turned the lights off here just so we can show you the control panel and what happens whenever you turn it on. So just the main on-off button here, just to the side, push the wee square, and the lights should come on any second now. Okay, so start from the top here. That's going to be your water level. So at the moment the van is empty of water. So initially that will read 100%. As it's coming down, then you know at some stage you will need to get into a campsite and get that topped up. This one then is your vehicle battery, or sorry, your leisure battery. So you can work on the voltage there, or a percentage. So it's sitting at 75 at the moment. Again, if it's starting to drop way down, you'll know you'll need to get into a campsite to get charged up. This one's your vehicle battery. You generally never need to worry about that one. Auxiliary button, you probably won't need to touch that either. That's your water pump. So if you discover there's nothing coming out of your taps, you need to know, you'll need to come back and just make sure your water pump is definitely on. And this one here is just a little outside light above the door there. And then this one here is just additional lights around the van. So again, whenever you're traveling, all these off. Heating and hot water. Okay, so the Truma heating system, very easy to use. Just push the button there to activate it. So whatever one's flashing will be the one that you're going to work with, and then the little wheel will turn each icon. So we'll start with the van itself then. So just push the button there. At the moment you can see the heating is off. So you can turn that right up to nice tropical 30 degrees. When you decide what temperature you want, push the button, and initially there it's going to start to look for the gas to heat it, but it's not going to find it because there's no gas in this van at the moment. Whenever you're done, then just make sure you turn it off again. So next one, hot water. So off at the moment, economical mode, hot and boost. Hot will take probably 45 minutes to an hour to heat the tank. Boost should give you hot water usually in about 30 minutes, okay? So we do recommend first thing in the morning, if you are wanting a shower or needing dishes washed, get up and put your hot water on and then let it heat. So whatever option you decide, push the button again, and initially there you can see it's going to look for gas, okay? And off. The third one there is your source of how you're going to heat your van and your water. So you've got gas, mix 1 and mix 2, which is a mixture of gas and electric, and then full electric 1 and 2. So the 1 and 2 will be determined by the campsite voltage. And then if you're using electric 2 at the campsite and you want to mix, then you would use mix 2. Or if you're using electric 1, then you would use mix 1. And if you're wild camping, then just all gas. And the last one there is just your vents. So that's just the fan speed, okay? So you will see little pockets around the floor of the van, and that's where your warm air will blow out. So again, you can just turn the fan speed up and down. So heating in your van, hot water, how you're going to heat your van and your water, and your vent. Okay, so the bed then in this vehicle, so set up for night time, lovely big massive island bed that you can access from both sides. Little storage cabinets again, lights with USB ports in them as well there, so you can charge your phone, your window blinds, etc. This little door here, just pull the little metal lever out and take that away, and then you can close the bedroom off from the rest of the vehicle. Just underneath the bed as well, there is a little storage drawer for any extra bits and pieces you have. So just moving on from here, then we have the bathroom. So lovely shower, really nice blue light in there. And again, this is all pinned off to stop it slapping about whenever you're driving. There's a little skylight in the shower there as well. And you can, again, separate this all off from the rest of the vehicle. And if you close your your bedroom door off, then you can separate the whole thing entirely into 3 areas. So it just makes for loads of space then for getting ready. Bathroom toilet then. So at the moment it's closed. Your little lever here is attached to the tank outside. So before you use the toilet, you will need to open it up, and that will give you access to the tank. So do whatever needs done. Flush your toilet, big button behind me here, and then close that back over again, okay? Super important that that is closed before you try to take the tank out outside. If you do try to remove the tank before closing this, you will rip the top off the tank. So please always make sure. It's good practice to close it after every time you use it. Just stops any smells and stuff coming back up through the toilet. Okay, and then just behind me there, little sink and some storage as well in the vehicle. Okay, so 4-belt, 4-berth. I'm going to show you how to make up the 2 travel seats in this vehicle. So they are slightly different, driver's side and passenger side. So we'll start with the driver's side. So you just need to get rid of all your pads out of the way for the moment. Okay, so this is the back of your seat. Very simple to assemble. Twist and lift. Okay, lift it up part way and then take this out. So flip it around and drop it in the holes, and then you can proceed to tilt that a wee bit further. Okay, so the main seat part then will be one of your pads here. So before we drop that down, these little sections here, we need to collapse them. Okay, so this just folds up and velcros against the wall. Fold in and fold in, and it'll velcro in there as well. Then you can put your seat base down. Okay, and then the rear seat pad. Okay, simple as that. And then your belt just comes across and clips in as normal. Okay, so the great thing about these seats is you have a fantastic view. So you're not blocked by your driver or your passenger. Really nice clear view there. Okay, so passenger side then, pretty much the same, just a few differences. So again, get rid of the pads. Right, so storage compartment underneath there, okay, should you need it. So you've nothing to lift up on this one. All we need to do is take this board out and again store it somewhere safe. Drop a pad there. Actually need to lift that out, and a back on there, and again clip straight in. The last part of the vehicle then is your drop down bed, the second bed for the people 3 and 4. That just unclips from the top there. Obviously make sure both your seats are flipped forward, and it just pulls down out of the roof then, so you've a really good sized double bed there.